Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. Hope you're doing well today. This evening I've got a pale ale to review for you, and it is a brewery new to the channel. It's SureShot, who are from Manchester, who are making waves at the moment in the craft beer scene. A lot of praise for these guys at the moment. Some of you may have had a beer that they collaborated with Vocation on. It went into Tesco's towards the back end of 2021. I think it was called 30 Mile Round Trip. And it was a clever bit of marketing, that was, because up until that point, SureShot hadn't actually released a beer. So what they did, they got their name plastered all over a Vocation collab beer, and it went into the supermarkets. So the first a lot of people ever heard of SureShot was from a Tesco supermarket. So that's a clever bit of marketing. And they seem to be growing at quite a rate. So I'm looking forward to this. So this is a pale ale from them, and it's called Not Ever Even Here of a Potato. Odd name, but on the front you've got Mr. Potato Head. So one of them's missing his eyes, one of them's missing his ears, and the other one's missing his mouth. So it's essentially the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, with Mr. Potato Head on it. So yeah, Not Ever Even Here of a Potato. 4.5% ABV. There is the SureShot logo. So yeah, I like the can. I mean, the first thing that jumped off the fridge shelf when I saw that. Picked this one up in a local beer shop. It's in Albans. I think I paid about £4 for it. £4, £4.50 maybe. So it says it's pale, dry hopped with Brew One Lupomax, Citra BBC and Simcoe Cryo. Fruity and full with a tuberous body. Not had that one before. Perfect on chips, baked jacket or roasted spuds. See no potato, hear no potato, speak no potato. Ingredients: water, barley, wheat, oats, hops and yeast. And that's all you need. Store cold, drink fresh. I will do just that. This one went in the can on the 12th of December, so a couple of weeks before Christmas. So yeah, we'll leave that there so we can see it. Awesome artwork on the can. That is great. Let's get it out into a glass and see if it's any good. I'm expecting good things, if I'm honest. And it's certainly pale. Certainly a pale looking pale ale. Let's give it a bit of a wriggle, see if there's any hoppy goodness lingering in this can. No sediment or anything I noticed flying in at that point. There you are. But there she is. Lovely colour on this beer. Let me give it a quick dink. There we go. So yes, hazy but slight translucent to it. It's not completely it's not a complete pint of custard, but very hazy. Light golden orange juice looking pale ale with a half finger of a still at the moment tightly compact white head, which I don't think is going to hang around long, but it's sticking there for now anyway. Let's get me snouting, see what the aroma's telling us. That's a nice soft tropical aroma. There's pineapple, orange juice, a bit of passion fruit, mango. All the usual suspects on this one. That smells really, really nice. It's got that typical kind of tropical fruit cocktail vibe from the hops that have been used. It doesn't actually specify what hops were used, but I imagine there's it did specify. What am I talking about? Yeah, Simcoe, Citra and Brew One Lupomax. So yeah, Citra and Simcoe. Not too familiar with the Brew One Lupomax. Not sure what I'd get from that. But yeah, let's get it stuck in, shall we? Cheers. It's juicy. It's light on the body. A bit lighter than I expected it to be. But what it does do, having that light body, is it lets the hops, what am I talking about? It lets the carbonation do its thing. There's a gentle fizz to it, which really throws the flavours around your tongue. And there's like an orange peel, like a slightly bitter citrus peel thing going on with this. It's juicy, it's refreshing, it's drinkable, but there is certainly quite a considerable orange peel flavour at the back end to it, which might put a lot of people off. Very subtle touch of bitterness at the back end as well. I'll be honest, I'm slightly underwhelmed. There's nothing wrong with it. It's tasty enough, it's drinkable enough. It's just a bit underwhelming. I think maybe I'd build it up a little bit. SureShot. What can I say about SureShot without being horrible? Their beers aren't cheap. SureShot. They've come straight into the scene, and they don't mess around with their prices. And I'm not just talking about cans in the shops. I'm talking about the price of their kegs that they sell to the bars and that. They're not the cheapest. And if they're using the highest quality ingredients, then nor should they be. But there are breweries that are doing pale ales. The more I talk, the more bitter it's becoming. As in the review, not the flavour. There are breweries doing much better pale ales for cheaper than this. I'm going to say that off the bat. We're nearly 7 minutes in. I'm already slating it. It's light, it's juicy, refreshing, drinkable, strong citrus peel flavour at the back end, touch of bitterness. It's a perfectly decent pale ale. But for the price, for that reputation that's sort of preceding them, I expected a bit more. That's all I'm going to say. It's very drinkable, but would I buy it again? No. No. Yeah, like I say, there's better pale ales out there for a lot cheaper. There you go. Yeah, I expected a bit more from that. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with the beer, but for some reason I just have an unsatisfied feel about myself. I'm just a bit disappointed with it. The can art is superb. It's one of the best can wraps I've seen for a while. It's great. Unfortunately, the beer inside is just a little bit underwhelming. Everyone's had a pale ale like this before, and they've probably had better pale ales of a similar style than this one, to be honest. It's underwhelming. It's underwhelming. It's not bad. It's just a bit meh, just a bit average. And I think in terms of a score, that's where I'm going to go with it. I think I'm going to go down the middle. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just very forgettable. And if it wasn't for the can art, to be honest, it would be extremely forgettable. And I don't know. I don't want to slag them off. I really don't want to slag them off, but that is a bang average pale ale for me. Yeah, I'm going to go down the middle. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Nothing wrong with it. It's just overpriced, slightly underwhelming. Not ever even hear of a potato. SureShot. Check it out if it sounds like something you might enjoy. But for me, just a bit disappointed. But there you go. So yeah, 5 out of 10 for that one. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Until the next one, you take care.